Sign in. The man is on an isolated island, and he has just built a luxury villa by himself. Chapter 1, Sign-in System, Cornerstone, Island Monument. What's going on? Xiao Yi looked at the boundless sea in front of him, a little confused. I looked at the small island 2 meters square at my feet, and beside me, there was a tree, a stone, a monument, and an old fishing net that was randomly discarded by the sea. That's all. Xiao Yi thought hard, hoping to understand how he got to this place. In my impression, as the quality operations specialist, I still report to my beautiful boss in the office building. A dazzling white light suddenly flashed in the sky, as if a flash bomb had been released from the whole map. When I returned to normal vision, I came to this place. Trees and stones are common things, and the tattered fishing net by the sea is nothing special. So, Xiao Yi walked towards the black steel in the middle. He was surprised to find that there was a screen on the steel. What is this? Xiao Yi looked at the screen and observed it carefully. There are 5 taskbars above: public channel, private channel, trading floor, map, construction. Xiao Yi pointed directly to the taskbar on the map. He wanted to know what kind of ghost place he was in. When the map is opened, there is only one bright spot on the entire interface, and a circle around it is lit up. Is this the location of my small island? Can't see other locations? Xiao Yi frowned and thought, then what is the use of this map? Then he clicked on the other 4 taskbars in turn, and found that they were all blank. This interface looks like a game interface. Xiao Yi said to himself. Suddenly the steel lit up. Xiao Yi nervously took a step back, and seeing that there was no other abnormality in the steel, he leaned forward and took a closer look. On the public channel, text appeared. What's the situation? Why did you suddenly come to the sea? With the appearance of this sentence, a stone stirred up 1,000 waves, and the public channel immediately became lively. Yeah, ask the same question. I haven't had breakfast yet, I'm starving to death. Is there a big eagle's explanation? Land ducks are so panic. In such a small place, a wave will come and it will be completely submerged. I want to go home, I want to find my mother. Woohoo! Seeing the content on the public channel, Xiao Yi realized that he should not be alone in this sea. Don't waste time, hurry up and fetch the material boxes on the sea. The boxes have the materials we need. Someone suddenly said on the public channel. After this sentence came out, the public channel immediately stopped a lot. Presumably many people went to find the material box. Xiao Yi immediately walked to the beach and saw a box about 1 meter cube not far away. How to get it here? Xiao Yi saw the fishing net beside him. Is this a test of our survivability? No matter, for now, let's make sure that he lives first. Xiao Yi grabs the fishing net. But he looked at the fishing net in his hand and didn't know how to use it. He is just an ordinary company employee, how can he cast a net for such a professional thing? Give it a try. Xiao Yi lifted the fishing net and threw it at the material box. The fishing net flew past like a ball of thread, then landed next to the supply box, and slowly sank into the sea. Can't let go at all. Come again. Still a bunch of threads flew out. Come again. Still the same. Do you want to swim over? Xiao Yi frowned, but he only knew how to dig, and he wasn't very familiar with it. In the swimming pool, you can still flutter twice. In the sea, forget it. Swim past and die faster. Xiao Yi looked closer to the sea and found that even the sea seemed to be bottomless. Could it be that his island is a cylinder protruding from the bottom of the sea? The sign-in system is activated. Just when Xiao Yi was struggling, a voice suddenly sounded in his mind. What? Sign-in system. Xiao Yi was already stunned by this series of unusual blows. Sign in successfully and get a fully automatic fishing net. Xiao Yi was a little stunned. Is it crazy to think about fishing nets? Where are the automatic fishing nets? The items obtained from signing in will be stored in the system space, please collect them yourself. Another voice sounded. System space. Xiao Yi's eyes widened. System. Although he is still a little confused, Xiao Yi already understands that he has won the grand prize. Take out the fully automatic fishing net. Xiao Yi tried to say, a small car suddenly appeared in front of him. Fully automatic fishing net, SS level tool, as long as you set its patrol route and target, you can pull back the target within 320 meters around the route. Xiao Yi's eyes widened again. There was an explanation message on the car, and he hurriedly looked at other objects. Worn fishing net, Class D tool, a fishing net that has been tattered. I can only pray that the things it catches will not miss. The maximum catch radius is 10 meters. Pulverum tree, cut it down to get some wood, leaves and bark. Stones, after mining, you can get some stones. Island monument, with it, it will be very convenient to develop. Without it, it is impossible to move an inch, unless you are strong enough to not need it. Otherwise, for safety, you should protect it. There are explanatory messages on everything, but the things defined as island monuments are a bit confusing to Xiao Yi. Although I don't know if the information that suddenly appeared on the item is the function of the system, Xiao Yi knew that it was time for him to act. He walked quickly to the edge of the fully automatic fishing net and began to set up patrol routes on it. At present, we can only patrol around the edge of the 2-meter square island. The target object is naturally set as a material box. Through the camera function that comes with the car, the nearest material box is photographed. With the image, the fully automatic fishing net can identify the target itself and capture it. Set up, run. The fully automatic fishing net moved immediately. Puff! A fishing net suddenly spewed out from the square stomach of the trolley, like a big mouth. It accurately netted the nearest material box, and then retracted the net and pulled it back. The whole process took less than 10 seconds. It's still fully automatic and easy to use. Xiao Yi sighed. Just now he was so tired that he didn't cast the net, and now he just needs to stand by and watch the machine cast the net. After pulling back to the shore, the fishing net was automatically retracted, and the fully automatic fishing net made a beeping sound, and then continued to move according to the patrol line. Xiao Yi immediately walked to the material box. Material box, what you can open depends on luck, pray for good luck. Xiao Yi pulled off the waterproof tape and opened the box. Get, cornerstone *2, wood *2, mineral water 500 ml *2, bread 100 g *1. Good stuff. Xiao Yi saw that there was food and water, and his eyes lit up instantly. If you want to survive, you must have food and water, and everything else is secondary. But when Xiao Yi turned his eyes to the 2 cornerstones, he suddenly stopped thinking that way. The cornerstone can expand the area of the island by 1 square meter. Note, be sure to expand the area of your island as soon as possible. The sea water will submerge 1 square meter of the island area every week. Sign in, the man is on an isolated island, and he has just built a luxury villa by himself. Chapter 2, Expanded Island with Graded Apple Soil. Seeing this information, Xiao Yi's eyes widened. 1 square meter a week, then this small island can only be submerged all around. The consequences after the submersion can be imagined. A person can last 5 or 6 days in the sea without encountering any danger. But all kinds of creatures in the sea will never let you float for 5 or 6 days so comfortably. How to use this cornerstone? Xiao Yi frowned and looked at the 2 small stones that could be grasped with one hand. He felt that when thrown into the sea, it would disappear immediately. Even a splash of water could not be splashed. How could it be possible to destroy the island? Expand the area by 1 square meter. Island tablet, build the page. It seemed that he heard Xiao Yi's muttering, and the system prompted. Xiao Yi immediately took the 2 cornerstones and took 1 step towards the island monument. At this time, the public channel was lively again. What the hell, I'm not a fisherman, I don't know how to use a fishing net, I can't cast it at all. It doesn't matter if it's a fisherman. This fishing net is too broken. Even if the net is caught, it will leak when you pull it back. I've missed it 3 times. I don't think the distance is too far, why don't you just swim over and push it back? Yeah, swimming is more reliable than using that broken fishing net. I'll go into the water first and wait for the news of my victory. Xiao Yi just glanced at it, ignored their discussion, and clicked on the construction interface. The originally empty construction interface finally appeared with content. Expanding the island, materials required, cornerstone per square meter *1. Stone axe required materials, stone *1, wood *1, hemp rope *1. Board, materials required, wood *3. Only the expansion of the island lit up, and the rest were dark, presumably because of lack of materials. Xiao Yi did not hesitate to point to the first expansion island. Consume a cornerstone and expand by 1 square meter, please confirm the expansion location. At this time, a three-dimensional image of the island appeared on the island tablet interface, and Xiao Yi clicked on the edge. Successful expansion. One of the cornerstones in Xiao Yi's hand disappeared. He turned to look at the location he chose to expand, and found that there really was a space of about 1 square meter. Who did this island monument come up with? Xiao Yi was secretly shocked, which completely subverted his three views. Although it is unbelievable, Xiao Yi has no other way at present, and can only follow the rules here. Xiao Yi no longer hesitated and used another cornerstone to expand the island. Now Xiao Yi's island has changed from 2 by 2 at the beginning to 2 by 3, and it has become a rectangle. After the expansion, Xiao Yi switched to the public channel again. Did that old man come back from swimming before? I'm afraid I won't be able to come back. I saw a shark near the material box, so I didn't dare to go down. Can I wait for the supply box to be pushed to the shore with the waves? Are you thinking about Peach? They will only drift farther and farther. The material box closest to me has drifted farther. Even if you give me a complete fishing net now, I can't reach it. At this moment, the person who said he was going to swim over spoke again. Who, my Chow, I'm back. Brother, did you really push the material box back? Push a wool, there is a 2-meter-long sea snake near the material box. Although I didn't see whether it was poisonous, I dare not approach it. That's it, I feel that there are dangerous marine creatures near each material box, what can I do? Very hungry. I'm so thirsty. I have an idea, you can trade the fishing net to me. The 2 broken fishing nets should be able to be combined into a complete fishing net, so that I can trade it back for free after I get the supplies from the net. If you trust me, I will initiate a trade with me, but if you don't trust me, forget it. The man who previously claimed to be a fisherman spoke again on the public channel. Xiao Yi glanced at his ID, Li Yu. The reason why I didn't say it was that person's name was because there were a lot of people's names on the public channel, just like the names used in online games. Of course there are also many that look like real names. Although Li Yu proposed such a plan, no one responded to him. After all, everyone doesn't know each other. This fishing net is related to their own survival. No one will easily trade it to others, even though it is just a broken fishing net. I've got a material box, wait for me to open it and see what's inside, said a person whose ID is Delintianxia on the public channel. After a while, Delintian said again, great, there is a bottle of 500 milliliters mineral water and 100 g of bread. Boss, can you trade me a bite of bread? Please, I'm so hungry that my chest is on my back. Boss, take a sip of water, I'm dying of thirst. Don't think about food and water. What I can tell you is, hurry up and use the things around you to make something that can collect material boxes, or you will die. Delintian said, like educating the younger generation. Big tree and big stone, even if these 2 things can make something, they need tools, or do they use fingernails? Yeah, what's up with this? Don't you guys use a slightly thicker branch, then take apart the fishing net, tie it into a triangle, and put the material box on it like playing with a loop? Although the success rate is lower, it is finally successful. The odds. Delintian replied. Good idea, thank you, boss. I have to make it quickly, the material box has drifted farther and farther. Xiao Yi watched their chat and secretly said, sure enough, everyone was forced out. The wisdom of working people is infinite. In an instant, the public channel lost a lot of people. Drop drop. The automatic fishing net sounded a beep again, and it netted a material box. Xiao Yi left the island monument, walked to the material box, and opened the waterproof strip. Acquisition, water purifier manufacturing drawing, A grade, chocolate 200 G*1. The water purifier can be found on the construction page of the island monument. Water purifier, determine the material according to the manufacturing drawings. Xiao Yi opened the drawing, manufacturing drawing of water purifier, Class A glass *8, linen *8, charcoal *8, metal sheet *8. Looking at the materials that he had never seen before, Xiao Yi shook his head helplessly. It seems that the water purifier still needs to wait to be built. Fortunately, he still has 2 bottles of mineral water. Scientific research shows that a person can only last for 3 days without drinking water, and can last for nearly a month without eating and drinking water. Therefore, the priority of making water purifiers is the highest. Xiao Yi put away the water purifier manufacturing diagram, and then looked at the 2 empty material boxes. If it can be disassembled, it should be able to make a wooden house that shelters from the wind and rain. Xiao Yi thought while touching his chin. Sign in, the man is on an isolated island, and he has just built a luxury villa by himself. Chapter 3, Fish, Survive, Find You. Although the sun is shining brightly now, Xiao Yi doesn't think the weather at sea will always be so beautiful. Drag the 2 material boxes to the middle, Xiao Yi prepared to violently disassemble them. Bang! Xiao Yi kicked one side of the material box. Hiss! The material box was kicked, but it was not broken at all, but Xiao Yi's feet were already numb. It's really strong. Xiao Yi said with emotion, come again. Clap. Bang bang. No matter how Xiao Yi punched and kicked, he couldn't open the material box. Oh, let's forget it. Xiao Yi shook his painful palm, and finally gave up. Relying on the island monument, blocking the 2 material boxes on both sides can be regarded as blocking the sea breeze on 3 sides. Let's make do with it first. Xiao Yi just arranged the positions of the 2 empty material boxes. Didi, the automatic fishing net once again prompted that the material boxes were caught. 3. I should be the person who got the most supply boxes in the world. Xiao Yi thought so, and then opened the supply box. Get, glass *4, metal sheet *2, apple, grade A, *2, soil, grade A, *1. The apples and the soil are still graded. Xiao Yi looked at the supplies he got when he opened the supply box this time in surprise. Any materials without a marked level are basic materials, and the default is D level. Hearing the system's answer, Xiao Yi asked suspiciously, what do you mean by graded apples? Does it taste different? Grades are more palatable and can improve personal fitness. So amazing. Xiao Yi said in surprise, then picked up an apple and took a bite. The fragrance of apple spread on the tip of the tongue, and the lips and teeth lingered, and an indescribable delicious feeling came to my heart. It's better than any apple I've ever eaten before, it should be called a fairy fruit. Xiao Yi said with wide eyes. After he finished eating an apple, he felt heat flow to his limbs. Comfortable. Xiao Yi called out. Looking at the apple core in his hand, Xiao Yi pondered for a moment, then opened it directly, and the apple seed appeared in front of him. Get, apple seeds, grade A, *2. You can really get apple seeds. Xiao Yi thought happily. Because when I opened the material box just now, I opened a piece of A-level soil. Xiao Yi only had this idea. I didn't expect it to be possible. Soil, grade A available for the growth of plants with grade A and below. Fertility can be maintained through grade A plant tissue. If plants below grade A are always planted, the soil grade will drop. To put it simply, if the A-grade plants are planted, the fruits are picked when they are mature, and the other roots, stems and leaves are directly buried in the soil, so that the soil fertility can be maintained, that is, the soil grade can be maintained. If you plant a B-grade or lower plant, the same treatment, the soil fertility will quickly drop to B-grade or lower. Since planting can be done, is the soil on this island also okay? Xiao Yi looked at the soil on the island. Semi-sandified soil, completely unsuitable for crops, only suitable for individual trees and bushes. No wonder there is something like soil in the material box. On this island, soil is also a kind of material. Xiao Yi secretly said. After packing all the things in the supply box and placing them in the nest that he had enclosed, Xiao Yi stood up and looked at the surrounding sea. It seems that there are no other material boxes. Xiao Yi muttered, then walked to the fully automatic fishing net and changed the setting program. Untargeted casting of fishing nets, twice per meter on patrol routes. Just a piece of bread and a piece of chocolate, I'm afraid it's not enough, let's see if we can catch some fish. Xiao Yi was just trying, and he didn't consume his strength anyway. Although after eating that apple, he felt that his whole body was full of power. It was still a bit difficult to move those empty material boxes just now, but now Xiao Yi can easily carry those empty material boxes. I should be about the same physique as those athletes who exercise regularly now. Xiao Yi secretly compared. Drop drop. The sound of the fully automatic fishing net sounded again, it should be something caught. Xiao Yi immediately walked over to the fishing net and found that there were really 2 fish in the fishing net. Eagle pomfret, A-grade ingredients, the best in pomfret, even if it's grilled without any seasonings, it's delicious. I didn't expect to catch fish, at least you don't have to worry about starving to death. Xiao Yi muttered. But he immediately thought that he didn't seem to have the tools and materials to make a fire, so he could make a fire by drilling wood? Or use 2 stones to make sparks. No matter which one, Xiao Yi felt unreliable, and the trees on the island were not dead trees, and hay velvet had to be used for sparks, and the hay leaves could ignite. Even if the branch is torn off, it will take several days to dry. Won't you eat it raw? Xiao Yi is an authentic native of Xia, but he is not used to raw food. Looking at the 2 eagle pomfrets that weighed about 5 kilograms, he could only sigh, and then string them together with a silk thread removed from the fishing net and hang them on the side of the supply box. In some countries, people are accustomed to eating raw food without any problem. If they have never eaten raw food, if something goes wrong after eating, there is no hospital here. After hanging the fish, Xiao Yi came to the island tablet again to see if there was any useful news. I really can't get enough of the material box. Who is the boss who gave me some food? I am the #1 entrepreneur in Magic Capital, worth 10 billion. If anyone can give me some food, I will give him half of my property. Let's not say whether you are worth 10 billion. Even if you are, can you go back? Can we go back? If you don't go back, your entire worth is not worth a piece of bread. I am the #1 internet celebrity in Beijing. If any boss is willing to give me food and water, they can do anything to me when they meet in the future. Are you really the first internet celebrity green tea sister in Beijing? Of course, does the eldest brother have food and water? I'm dying of starvation, so give the little sister a reward. Go away, I don't have it myself, even if I have it, I'll have to see you again, he. Xiao Yi looked at the chat on the public channel and pondered, will not everyone be thrown here? I wonder if she will be here too. Thinking of this, Xiao Yi couldn't help but speak on the public channel for the first time, and set his ID to Ran, which was the screen name he had been using for 4 years in college. Ran, if you see this message, please private message me. But soon the news was dismissed. Xiao Yi spoke again, and found that the message interval on the island tablet was too short, please wait. This is also to prevent swiping. Ran was Xiao Yi's girlfriend who had been in college for 4 years. After graduation, Ran wanted Xiao Yi to join her family business. But when Xiao Yi found out about Ran's family background, he didn't know whether it was because he was ashamed or because of his inexplicable self-esteem, but Xiao Yi refused and left Ran voluntarily. There is no old-fashioned Mandarin duck here. On the contrary, Ran's parents are still very satisfied with Xiao Yi. Xiao Yi sighed, thinking about the gentleness of Ran, how hard it is to survive here. I will live, find you, wait for me. Sign in, the man is on an isolated island, and he has just built a luxury villa by himself. Chapter 4, Multipurpose Toolbox, Trading. With the sign-in system, Xiao Yi is confident that he can survive, and only hopes to contact Ran as soon as possible. Of course, even if Ran was contacted, it was hard to say exactly where she would be. Xiao Yi must be able to build a big ship, so that it is possible to sail the sea and find her position. So there is still a long way to go, and I can only pray that Ran can read her message as soon as possible, and that she will develop to the conditions that she can build a ship as soon as possible. At this time, the sky was getting dark, and the sea breeze was blowing, and Xiao Yi couldn't help shivering. It's dark, it's so cold. It's thiocyanate, it's too hard to make a fire. On the basis of this little thing on the island, I advise you not to try to make a fire, it's useless. It's more realistic to dig a hole and lie in there when you have time. Buried yourself? Aren't you stupid? Dig a hole and hide in it, at least it's not so cold. Will it dig through the island and submerge myself? I've tried it, probably not. How did you dig? Do you use your hands? You can use your feet if you can. I'm so hungry, I don't have the strength to dig, what should I do? It's up to you, anyway, if you catch a cold the next day and have a fever, just wait to die. Xiao Yi watched them chat and sat in the already empty supply box. The 3 material boxes and the island tablet were all surrounded on all sides, forming an independent space. Xiao Yi sat in the material box. Although the legs should be placed outside, it can be considered as a shelter from the wind and rain, but the box is too hard and a little awkward. Compared with other people who can only dig holes with both hands to hide, he is already far ahead. Watching more and more people begging for water and food on the public channel, Xiao Yi knew that if they didn't get the supplies after a while, these people would definitely fall into an endless loop. As the level of hunger deepens, they will not have the strength to net those material boxes, and if they cannot reach the material boxes, they will become more and more hungry. This may really kill people. Xiao Yi frowned, but now he can't do anything. As for helping others, Xiao Yi didn't even think about it, and he didn't know how many days he could live. Xiao Yi fell asleep in a daze. The next day, Xiao Yi was awakened by the sound of the waves and pushed aside the empty supplies box. The calm sea had some ups and downs yesterday. Isn't the high tide going to flood my island? Xiao Yi was a little flustered. Drip, drip, drip. The fully automatic fishing net rang. Xiao Yi put his worries aside, walked over, and found that he had caught 3 more fish last night, and these 3 fish were ordinary sea fish. The harvest is good, at least you don't have to worry about the food, it's just that there is no device to make a fire. Xiao Yi said with emotion, by the way, sign in. Sign in successfully, get a multifunction toolbox. Multifunction toolbox, S-class tools, cutting, drilling and burning, omnipotent, the only disadvantage is that it requires manual operation, less automation. Xiao Yi immediately took it out of the system space, and a suitcase appeared in front of him. Opening the suitcase, the tools inside appeared in front of him, including utility knives, hammers, chainsaws, burning devices, electric drills, and various drill bits, to name a few. With a burning device, you can start a fire. Xiao Yi's eyes lit up. Bake a fish first. He picked up a pair of scissors from the toolbox and cut open the stomach of an ordinary sea fish. He had never made a fish before, so he could only take out all the contents of the fish's stomach and throw it into the sea. Then he took out a piece of wood, ignited it with the burning device in the toolbox, and put the processed ordinary sea fish on a branch and roasted it. The first time I grilled the fish myself, I couldn't grasp the skills at all. The whole wood was burnt before it was baked, and one of the sides was burnt. Looking at the dark side, Xiao Yi felt a little helpless, so he had to eat the other side first. Although there are no seasonings, the fish is tender and smooth, which fully satisfies Xiao Yi's appetite, and there are very few thorns. After eating half of the grilled fish, Xiao Yi stopped when he was 60% full. Although there is food now, but you can't let go of your stomach to eat it, save the rest first. Part of the reason was that the remaining half was charred. Cleaned up the ashes from the grilled fish. Obtained item, charcoal *2. Isn't this the material needed to make a water purifier? Xiao Yi put away the 2 pieces of charcoal in surprise. The water purifier needs 8 pieces, which is to burn 3 pieces of wood. Xiao Yi took out a bottle of mineral water, took a sip, and looked at the sea in the distance. If you don't have the pressure of survival, it's not bad to stay on an island like this. Xiao Yi muttered, hey, there's another supply box. In the distance, a supply box drifted idly past his island. Xiao Yi immediately changed the program of the fully automatic fishing net and used the material box as the fishing target. Puff! A large net flew out, accurately caught the material box, and dragged it back. Xiao Yi stepped forward and opened the material box. Items obtained, glass *2, metal sheet *3. There's no food. Xiao Yi was a little puzzled. Could it be that he ran out of luck yesterday? Originally, opening the material box was like opening a blind box, and no one knew what would be opened. Fortunately, Xiao Yi's current need for food is not particularly urgent. Let the fully automatic fishing net automatically search for the target, and Xiao Yi walked to the material boxes with the chainsaw. It's much more convenient to have tools. Xiao Yi muttered, and then divided the boxes into pieces of wood. Get supplies, 18 wooden boards. With these, I can build a house for myself. Xiao Yi thought. But the only tree on the island was in the way. Xiao Yi walked towards the tree with a chainsaw. I'll cut it with you. With the sound of a chainsaw, the palm tree fell. At the moment when the palm tree fell to the ground, something magical happened. The whole big tree became a pile of wood, a total of 20 trees were neatly piled up, and there were also a pile of leaves and a few pieces of bark. Although there are some branches scattered around, it is obviously not a material. Get supplies, wood *20, leaves *30, bark *10. Can you get these resources by cutting down trees? Xiao Yi understood a little. As long as some specific operations were performed, specific results would appear. And this specific result can be obtained without having to deal with it yourself. It's like getting the manufacturing drawings and materials to make the finished product. This should be the function of the island monument, no wonder the system prompts me to protect it. Xiao Yi walked to the island monument, ready to build a hut for himself. Before he started, Xiao Yi discovered a problem: he had no nails. Although there are master architects in the history of the Xia kingdom who can build a building with only wood without using any metal, using the legendary tenon and mortise structure, but Xiao Yi doesn't understand it at all. Sign in, the man is on an isolated island, and he has just built a luxury villa by himself. Chapter 5, the cornerstone is attacked, fierce fighting. Xiao Yi had to find a way to make nails on the island tablet. Nails, materials required, sheet metal *1. Xiao Yi roughly estimated that building a house would probably require, a lot of nails. Definitely not the only 5 pieces of metal that can solve the problem now. No way, Xiao Yi had to dig a slot on the ground of the island to insert the wooden board, and then enclose a hut with 2 wooden boards on it. After simply setting up, making do with it first, Xiao Yi looked at the trading floor of the island monument. At this time, the trading floor finally has information. Metal, *2 to trade, any food, remarks, just give something to eat. Sackcloth, *1 transaction, 10 milliliters water, note, I'm dying of thirst, which boss can do it? Blank, trade, food and water, remarks, I have fair skin and beautiful skin. My measurements are 90, 58, 90. As long as you give me food and water, I will do anything. Looking at those transactions, most of them are asking for food and water, and the demand for water is very high. I only have 2 bottles of mineral water, and it is unclear whether pure water can be opened after opening the material box. Therefore, the manufacture of water purifiers must be put on the agenda. If you want to gather those materials as soon as possible, you still have to go through transactions. Xiao Yi pondered a little, and also released the trading news on the trading floor. 10g charred grilled fish, trading, metal sheet, *1. 10g charred grilled fish, trade, sackcloth, *1. 10g charred grilled fish, trade, glass, *1. According to the amount he needed, Xiao Yi released 13 pieces of transaction information at once. Then he switched to the public channel and sent a message to find Enron. No doubt, he was instantly submerged in other messages. I hope she can see it one day. Xiao Yi sighed. Soon Xiao Yi's transaction information was seen by everyone. The public channel exploded immediately. Have you seen it? Someone even traded in grilled fish for supplies. I see, I don't know which boss is so good. I haven't even got a supply box on the internet. Has the boss started to eat grilled fish? I begged the boss to give me some food, even water. Everyone has automatically filtered the attribution before the grilled fish, and they haven't eaten for a day, even if they are burnt, as long as they can satisfy their stomachs, that's fine. Xiao Yi naturally ignored those who tried to flatter him on the public channel. He got up and left the island monument and walked towards the fully automatic fishing net. Another material box was pulled up. Open the supply box. Get supplies, wooden house construction drawings, Coke 500 ml *1. Drawings for building a wooden house, stone blocks *4, wooden boards *28, and metal sheets *30. Although it's only the lowest level of housing, at least you don't have to worry about wind and rain. There is a house. Xiao Yi said happily, with this drawing, you don't have to think about the construction technology yourself. Coupled with happy fat house water, this is double the happiness. It seems that the cornerstone has not been obtained today. Looking at the area of only 6 square meters under his feet, Xiao Yi began to pray that the cornerstone must be opened in the next material box. Glancing at the trading floor, I saw that the food I had listed had already been offered for trading. All agree to the deal. Get supplies, metal sheet *3, glass *2, linen *1. In addition to the materials I got in the material box before, there is still 7 linens left. Xiao Yi looked at his supplies and said secretly, there are also metal sheets for the wooden house, and some food must be put on the shelves. 10g charred grilled fish, trading, metal sheet, *1. For the same transaction, Xiao Yi listed 27 sets, not because he didn't want to list 30 sets directly, but because he had already consumed all the charred grilled fish. The sudden appearance of so many listings naturally caused everyone to exclaim, but Xiao Yi couldn't see it at this time. Because the island tablet suddenly glowed red, and a prompt sounded, warning, the cornerstone is being attacked. Xiao Yi was shocked, the cornerstone can still be attacked. He immediately clicked on the prompt and looked at the automatically enlarged map on the island tablet. The cornerstone of the location in the southwest corner was constantly flashing. After roughly judging the position, Xiao Yi rushed to the southwest corner with the chainsaw. There was a huge black shadow under the water constantly hitting the cornerstone. It's so big. Xiao Yi was shocked, the chainsaw in his hand was not that long. Now need a long weapon. Thinking of this, Xiao Yi immediately rushed to the island monument and turned to the construction page. Long gun, required materials, wood *1, metal sheet *1. Xiao Yi immediately made 2 without any hesitation. He took the spear from the island tablet and found that it was 2 meters long. Should be able to attack that shadow. Xiao Yi secretly said, then rushed to the southwest corner with his spear. Looking at the shadow, Xiao Yi calculated the approximate angle. If you want to stab a fish in the water, you need to stab under the position I saw, that's it. Xiao Yi grabbed the spear and stabbed it hard. Pfft. A resistance hit, Xiao Yi felt that he should have stabbed something. At this time, the shadow struggled violently, and a stream of blood emerged from the sea, and then slowly increased. So powerful. Xiao Yi didn't check it for a while, but the spear went away. I still want to run. Xiao Yi pulled out another spear and threw it again without hesitation. Xiao Yi, whose body has been transformed by an A-grade apple, throws with great force this time. Pfft. Xiao Yi hit the target again, but the shadow seemed to be frightened by the continuous damage, and fled away with 2 long spears in his body. Xiao Yi ran to the fully automatic fishing net and immediately set the 2 long guns as targets. Launched the fishing net. Puff. The fishing net flew out instantly. Based on the speed at which the spear's barrel moved, the fully automatic fishing net calculated the advance. Fortunately, in order to escape, the shadow swam in a straight line towards the sea. If it did not move in a straight line, the fishing net would be hard to hit. The 2 spears were in the middle of the fishing net, but the spears came out of the holes in the fishing net, and the shadows below were just caught by the nets. After recognizing that the net caught something, the fishing net was immediately closed and pulled back. Although the shadow is still struggling fiercely, compared to the pulling force of the fully automatic fishing net, the struggle of the shadow is extremely weak. In about 10 seconds, the shadow was pulled to the water on the shore. It turned out to be a shark. Xiao Yi looked at the shark with a body length of about 2 meters that was still struggling in the fishing net in surprise. Pull it ashore. Xiao Yi controlled the fully automatic fishing net to pull the shark to the island. The shark was constantly struggling on the ground, its mouth was still open and closed, Xiao Yi could even see the sharp teeth in its mouth. So arrogant on land. Xiao Yi held a chainsaw, kept a safe distance, and aggressively sawed the shark's head. Sign in, the man is on an isolated island, and he has just built a luxury villa by himself. Chapter 6, Realistic Face Slap, Barbecue Grill, Colleagues. After a while, Xiao Yi looked at the shark that he had cut into 8 pieces, put the chainsaw aside, and the pieces of meat he cut instantly turned into 2 piles of food. Materials obtained, shark meat * 100 kg, shark fin * 400 g. Xiao Yi looked at the pile of meat and muttered, I wonder how shark meat tastes. But the next moment, Xiao Yi frowned. The public chat just said that there may be sharks or sea snakes next to the material box, shouldn't they be close to the island? Why did you come to attack the cornerstone of the island today? Could it be that when I handled the fish, the viscera and the smell of blood attracted it? The southwest corner is exactly where to handle that fish yourself. The more Xiao Yi thought about it, the more likely it was, and he secretly said, it seems that you really need to be careful. Almost broke a cornerstone today. That is to say, not only the sea water will submerge the cornerstone, but marine animals may also attack the cornerstone, causing the cornerstone to be broken. It seems that you still need to expand the area of your own island, otherwise, these few pieces really can't stand such a toss. Xiao Yi thought with a serious face, I hope to open more cornerstones in the next material box. After hanging the shark meat with the silk thread of the fishing net, Xiao Yi took out the hammer and drill from the toolbox, and started to work on the only stone on the island. After all, he hadn't opened the material stone needed for the wooden house construction plan from the material box, so he had to put his mind on this stone. First drill some holes in the stone, then break it up with a hammer. Fortunately, there is a multi-tool box, otherwise he will have no way to take this stone. After he smashed the stone, 5 neat stones appeared aside. Get supplies, stone * 5. Ha! Xiao Yi sat directly on the ground. After tossing for a while, he was quite tired. Although he had tools, he needed his own strength after all. The sun was already overhead, Xiao Yi ate the bread he got on the first day and the coke he just got. It's really delicious, but I'm full, and I want to sleep. Xiao Yi looked at his island and didn't seem to have anything else to do, so he went straight into the simple house he built. Well, it's not bad, at least it can keep out the wind and rain. Xiao Yiping muttered while lying down looking at the roof that was close at hand. As if in response to his words, the sea suddenly picked up the wind. And the simple house he built immediately shook. No. Xiao Yi's voice hadn't fallen. Whoa. The whole house fell over, and the planks above hit him directly in the face. A real face slap. Pushing the wooden board away, Xiao Yi helplessly looked at the simple nest that had completely collapsed. However, this is to be expected. It is not normal to hang it like this without using nails to fix it, and there is no solid foundation. It is not normal to not be scratched. If you can't get a rest, it's more reliable to hurry up and use the island monument to build a house. Xiao Yi shook his head, then looked at the island monument again. After a little thought, he switched to the trading floor, and added a note after the transaction he initiated. Receive and make pictures, send pictures, and chat privately. Using the manufacturing map to create the item through the island tablet is still more reliable than doing it yourself. You can see from the previous spear. If you tie a metal piece in front of the wooden stick, it is estimated that it will fall off before the shark is stabbed. After adding this remark, Xiao Yi immediately adjusted the permissions of his private channel. Only by sending the manufacturing map, will the system be put into the private channel, otherwise all will be blocked. Xiao Yi knew that if there were no restrictions, all his private channels would probably come over to ask for water and food. Someone in the trading floor is collecting drawings. What is a fabrication drawing? It should be this thing, fishing rod manufacturing diagram. Fuck/trough, boss, where did you find this thing? It came out of the material box. Then why don't you make it, then you can fish and never starve again. I think too much, just have the manufacturing drawing and need materials to make it. The materials needed for this fishing rod are wood *2, silk thread *1, metal piece *1. I have both wood and metal pieces, but no silk thread yet. Turn up. No wonder someone keeps collecting metal sheets on the trading floor. While everyone was discussing, Xiao Yi received a private chat. Hello, do you accept this? Manufacturing drawing of barbecue grill, Class C. Xiao Yi's eyes lit up when he saw this drawing. This was exactly what he needed. He still had 4 fish to eat. With this, it was better than roasting it by hand with wood fire. Yes, what do you need? Food, or water? Food, I haven't eaten for a day. Fortunately, I pulled back a material box, and there was only one manufacturing map in it. The other party replied. Xiao Yi thought for a while and replied, wait for me. Then he started processing a fish and grilled it again. After a while, Xiao Yi covered his face and sent his scorched fish to the chat interface. Is this okay? Boiled fish, *500G. The other party ordered the charred fish, which contained instructions. Although it was a little charred, it could at least satisfy the stomach. Okay, can we trade now? Xiao Yi immediately initiated the transaction on the private channel, and the other party agreed instantly. Originally, Xiao Yi thought that the other party was still haggling, but he did not expect to get this manufacturing drawing so easily. Get, barbecue grill manufacturing drawing, C-class. Can I add a friend? Can I trade with you if I have something else? Xiao Yi hesitated, but agreed. At least through this transaction, it can be seen that the other party should not be the kind of person who has an inch. Yes. Xiao Yi replied. Su Wan asked to add you as a friend, do you agree? Su Wan. Xiao Yi looked at the name in surprise, because it was the same name as his beautiful boss. And this young and beautiful boss can get along with his subordinates, and he is very good to his subordinates, and there is basically no pretense. Xiao Yi didn't agree, but asked on the private chat interface, what company did you work for before? Huh. Su Wan was stunned for a moment, then replied, in Tianheng City Xingtian E-Commerce Company, what's wrong? Is there a problem? Xiao Yi was a little surprised when he saw this answer. He was sure that Su Wan was his former leader, so he clicked the agreement. Ah. Are you Xiao Yi? Su Wan was even more surprised. Yeah, I didn't expect to meet a colleague by such a coincidence. Xiao Yi greeted. As long as you add friends, your real name will be revealed, and the ID on the public channel can be named by yourself. At the same time, after adding as a friend, you can also conduct voice and video chat through the island tablet. It's been a long time since I've seen her like Su Wan sent a video call for the first time. The delicate white-collar women who used to be fair and beautiful are now disheartened and have a hint of weakness. It's so nice to see you, what is going on here, how did we come to this place? Su Wan hurriedly asked as if she had found a life-saving straw. Sign in, the man is on an isolated island, and he has just built a luxury villa by himself. Chapter 7, Exchange, give you a broken fishing net. Xiao Yi also replied helplessly, I don't know, maybe it's time travel, but this world is very similar to the game world, but the biggest difference from the game is that if you die, you may really die. Then what should I do? Su Wan was about to cry. She was good at handling company affairs, but she was not good at survival games at all. No way, follow the rules here, collect the supplies as soon as possible, and expand your island. Xiao Yi replied. Ah. This island can still be expanded? Su Wan said in surprise. Xiao Yi pondered for a moment, did not answer her question, but asked, there should also be a big rock and a tree on your island, right? That's right. Su Wan replied. Can you see what they do? Xiao Yi asked politely. He wondered if everyone could see the instructions on each material. Huh. Can't tell. Su Wan replied with a puzzled face. Through Su Wan's performance, Xiao Yi knew that it should be his own check-in system, so that he could see the explanatory information on each material. After confirming this matter, Xiao Yi explained the rules about this island and this world that he knew. What did you say? This island will still be submerged. Su Wan immediately panicked when she heard this. I can't swim. That's why I said you need to expand your island quickly. Xiao Yi said again. In 2 days, I managed to pull back a material box, but there is still only one blueprint. I haven't found the cornerstone you mentioned at all. Su Wan said with a weeping voice. Xiao Yi replied, don't worry, you still have time. Su Wan slightly sorted out her mood, then said gratefully, thank you, if it wasn't for your reminder, I'd probably still be wasting my time here. Don't say anything else, I'll hurry up to eat something and continue catching the material boxes. Although she knew that the future was very dangerous, Su Wan did not make excessive demands, such as asking Xiao Yi to give her some water, food, or even cornerstones. This is also what Xiao Yi appreciates more about her, knowing how to advance and retreat. After the initial panic, Su Wan, a very independent woman, showed strong tenacity. Xiao Yi looked at the worn-out fishing net that had fallen to the side, and said again, trade your fishing net to me. It may be that both parties have not seen the same kind for too long, and the two of them did not close the video chat at the same time. Huh? Su Wan looked at Xiao Yi suspiciously, and then instantly understood, you want to combine 2 worn-out fishing nets into one, right? I saw someone propose this plan on the public channel. While speaking, Su Wan traded the fishing net to Xiao Yi without any hesitation. Xiao Yi looked at her transaction and said with a smile, aren't you afraid that I will block you with a fishing net? I don't know about others, but you definitely won't. Su Wan smiled, no matter what, we've been working together for over a year. Xiao Yi gave her a thumbs up and said, okay, let's talk later. Xiao Yi took the initiative to end the chat, and then switched to the construction page. Ordinary fishing net, Class C, required materials, silk thread *200, or worn fishing net *2. Xiao Yi now has 2 old fishing nets in his hands. Although one of them has a few threads drawn by him and is used to string fish, the system still recognizes that the fishing net is a worn fishing net. Click build, and the 2 old fishing nets disappear immediately, turning into an ordinary fishing net. Ordinary fishing nets, sea-level tools, as long as they can be caught, at least you don't have to worry about missing them. The maximum catch radius is 20 meters. Xiao Yi nodded with satisfaction, it would not leak, and the capture radius had also increased. Then switched to the private channel and traded the ordinary fishing net to Su Wan. Su Wan stared at the description of the item, she couldn't believe that Xiao Yi actually traded back an ordinary fishing net. As long as the item is put into the trading system or sent to the chat interface, there will be corresponding instructions on the island tablet. On the other hand, Xiao Yi is different. As long as he sees an item, a corresponding description will appear. This is too precious. Su Wan originally wanted to let Xiao Yi hold it, but she couldn't survive without the fishing net, and she wasn't the kind of woman who would reach out and ask for anything. This made Su Wan very confused. You take it, I have other ways to fish the material box. Besides, I won't use fishing nets if you stay with me. Xiao Yi replied, if you catch something good in the future, you can trade it for a cheaper price. Give me. Hearing that Xiao Yi has other ways to fish the material box, and thinking that he can bring out the food like grilled fish, what he said must be true. Su Wan accepted the deal decisively, and then said, we each take 50% of the items from the material box. If there is any good item, you have the priority to get it. Okay. Xiao Yi knew that if she said no, she would have to push it around again, wasting time, so she simply agreed, and if she really caught something good, then let's talk about it. By the way, you can cast a net. Xiao Yi suddenly realized the problem. Su Wan smiled and replied, of course, my hometown is by the sea. I watch adults cast nets all day long. Although I don't know them well, I finally managed to cast them out. Xiao Yi gave her a thumbs up. Su Wan quickly finished the scorched fish, then said hello, and left the island monument, presumably to go fishing for the material box. Xiao Yi closed the chat interface and walked to the edge of the island, where there were already 2 unopened supply boxes. While chatting with Su Wan, the automatic fishing net caught 2 more supply boxes. Open the supply box. Supplies obtained: cornerstone *3, linen *2, metal sheet *2, strawberry seed *4. Supplies obtained: cornerstone *2, fireplace manufacturing diagram, level B. Although there is no food, it can be considered a full harvest. Xiao Yi muttered while looking at the supplies. Manufacturing drawing of fireplace, level B, metal sheet *10, brick *20. Seeing the new material brick that had never been seen before, Xiao Yi's head froze for a while. Shaking his head, Xiao Yi stopped thinking about the materials he had never seen before, and then took the chainsaw apart and took apart the 2 supply boxes, obtaining 12 wooden boards. Looking at the materials needed for the construction of the wooden house, the planks were already fully assembled, and there was only 1 piece of metal left. Looking at the trading market, 4 more people used sackcloth, and 7 people exchanged metal pieces for charred fish. As a result, the water purifier is still 1 piece of burlap, and the wooden house is still short of 21 pieces of metal. It seems that the water purifier is almost done. I hope that before the night comes, the wooden house can also be built, otherwise I will dig a hole and bury myself. Xiao Yi thought so. At this time, the fully automatic fishing net once again prompted to catch a material box. The 4th one. Xiao Yi's eyes lit up, then walked over to the supply box. Sign in, the man is on an isolated island, and he has just built a luxury villa by himself. Chapter 8, Su Wan harvests bricks and repays. Open the supply box. Obtain supplies: cornerstone *1, stone block *3, metal sheet *5, tub manufacturing map *1. I seem to have opened 4 supply boxes today, but there is no food at all. What kind of luck is this? Xiao Yi couldn't help but sigh. But fortunately, he still has sea fish. Speaking of sea fish, Xiao Yi just remembered that he could make a barbecue grill first. Manufacturing drawing of barbecue grill, Class C, metal sheet *10. Now Xiao Yi already has 22 pieces of metal, so it's more than enough to make a barbecue grill. He doesn't want to eat seared fish. Find the crafting page of the island monument, click on manufacture, the materials disappear, and a barbecue grill appears in the island monument. Choose a clearing and put the grill out. Su Wan asked to talk to you, do you agree? The island tablet suddenly reminded. Agree. Xiao Yi responded. An excited figure of Su Wan appeared on the screen. Xiao Yi, I have successfully captured a material box, and the cornerstone has been found in it. Su Wan said happily. Then hurry up and expand the island. Xiao Yi said with a thumbs up. 2 pieces in total, let's get 1 piece per person. Su Wan replied, according to the previous agreement, the 2 of them each accounted for 50% of the catch. I currently have enough island area, you can use it yourself. Xiao Yi refused. No, it was agreed before that 1 person is half. Su Wan insisted. Xiao Yi thought for a while and asked, apart from the cornerstone, what else is there in the material box? There are still 6 pieces of metal. Su Wan replied. Then I want all of these 6 pieces of metal, you can keep the cornerstone. Xiao Yi replied. Su Wan hesitated for a moment, then said, thank you. She knew that Xiao Yi must have taken care of her before he chose not to have a cornerstone. Xiao Yi said with a smile, now I need a lot of metal pieces here, as long as you find them, keep them for me. No problem. Su Wan replied. After trading the metal pieces, she hung up the call and started to use the cornerstones to expand her island. Seeing that the area of her island had grown by 2 square meters, Su Wan widened her eyes and said, is it really possible? I want to continue catching the material boxes, I must find some more metal pieces and repay Xiao Yi. Su Wan secretly vowed. If Xiao Yi hadn't told her about the rules here, and he was just groping for himself, I'm afraid he would have drowned before he could finish his groping. In this way, Xiao Yi can be regarded as a life-saving grace to himself. Xiao Yi has already started processing his own fish, ready to bake. Remove all the internal organs and gills of the fish at the seaside. This time there is a toolbox, which is much easier to handle. Finally, rinse it a little with mineral water. The amount used is very small. Before the water purifier is built, it can only save some. After rinsing, Xiaoyi put the fish on the grill. Barbecue grill, Class C. The firepower is relatively stable and can be used improvised, but you must pay attention to turning it over, otherwise it will still burn, and you need to add wood. One piece of wood lasts 2 hours of grilling. It turns out that wood is still a daily consumable. Xiaoyi muttered, and then added a piece of wood to the barbecue. Using the ignition device in the multifunction toolbox, Xiaoyi began to turn the fish carefully. After a while, the smell of grilled fish came out. TSK, the grill is still much more reliable than building a fire yourself. Isn't it difficult to grill fish? Xiaoyi said proudly. Should I remind Su Wan to pay attention to handling food with a smell? Looking at the grilled fish, Xiaoyi thought of the shark. Then he immediately left a message to Su Wan on the island tablet, explaining the situation. After finally finding someone to chat with, Xiaoyi and Su Wan probably didn't want any problems with each other. What? The cornerstone of your island was also attacked by a shark. How are you? Are you okay? Su Wan quickly sent a video and asked nervously. It's okay, that's what happened before, it's resolved. Xiaoyi replied with a smile. Hearing that Xiaoyi was alright, Su Wan felt relieved, and at the same time her stomach grumbled. Su Wan said embarrassedly, it's fine since it's alright, I'll continue fishing the material boxes here. You're busy first, wait, I'll treat you to grilled fish. Xiaoyi also heard Su Wan's stomach growling, so he said. But I haven't caught anything to exchange with you. Su Wan was even more embarrassed. It's okay, maybe you catch what I want in the next supply box. Xiaoyi replied. Okay, then I'll go fishing first. Su Wan replied, then left the island monument. After leaving the island monument, Su Wan looked at the material box that was more than 20 meters away from her, and secretly said, I must net you. According to the direction of the material box drifting, it will be the closest to him after about a minute, about 20 meters. 20 meters is already the limit value for her to use fishing nets now. If she can't seize this opportunity, she probably won't be able to net other material boxes today. There is indeed another material box on the sea, but that material box is a full 50 meters away from him. According to estimates, even if it drifts to the closest distance to Su Wan, it will be at least 40 meters away. There is no chance at all. Su Wan looked at the material box closest to her and secretly calculated. That's it. Su Wan shouted secretly, and then tried her best to throw the fishing net out of her hand. The fishing net flew into the air, then stretched out, covering the material box accurately. It's done. Su Wan said happily, and then began to pull the material box to her island. It's so heavy. Su Wan secretly said, I hope I can gain something more. After taking a lot of effort to pull the material box to the shore, Su Wan was almost exhausted, and supporting her exhausted body, she opened the material box. Materials obtained, cornerstone *2, bricks *5, mineral water 500 ml *1, instant noodles 100 g *1. Su Wan saw the bottle of mineral water at a glance, she licked her already cracked lips, immediately opened the mineral water, and drank half the bottle. Then she walked to the island monument and asked to speak to Xiaoyi. Xiaoyi just finished grilling the fish at this time, and it looked pretty good, at least the words were no longer charred fish. Grilled fish, 2 kilograms, although there is no seasoning, it is a good thing to fill the stomach. I just netted another material box, which contains 2 cornerstones, 5 bricks, a bottle of 500 milliliters mineral water, and a pack of 100 g instant noodles. Su Wan said a little embarrassedly, however, I'm too thirsty. I have already drank the water, if you don't mind, I can give you the remaining half of the bottle. If he really doesn't mind, do you really want to trade the half bottle of mineral water to him? Isn't this equivalent to an indirect kiss? Su Wan shook her head, as if she wanted to get rid of this anachronistic thought. Sign in, the man is on an isolated island, and he has just built a luxury villa by himself. Chapter 9, build wooden house water purifier, sell shark meat. Give me all the bricks and keep the rest. Xiao Yi didn't care about the half bottle of mineral water, and then he traded half of the grilled fish. I just need bricks in the fireplace manufacturing drawing I just got. The weather is still warm now. If there is winter here, the fireplace must be ready. Grilled fish, *1 kg transaction is not available. Su Wan thought about it, and also initiated a transaction. Brick, *5, instant noodle, *100g, keystone, *1 no transaction. Looking at the transaction initiated by Su Wan, Xiao Yi said helplessly, actually. Needless to say, if you accept the deal, I will accept the deal. Su Wan forcibly interrupted Xiao Yi's words. Okay. Xiao Yi decisively agreed to the deal. Anyway, Su Wan has already obtained the cornerstone before, and she doesn't care about this one. As she becomes more and more proficient with fishing nets, she can at least guarantee that her island will not be submerged by sea water. Su Wan saw that Xiao Yi had agreed to the transaction, and she also agreed to the transaction, and then said, thank you. She knew that even so, she still took advantage. You're welcome, you can use an empty material box to shield yourself from the wind. Although it's a bit awkward, at least it won't be exposed to the wind and rain. Xiao Yi reminded. Su Wan's eyes lit up and replied, yeah, I'll move the empty material box over here. Xiao Yi looked at the trading market and found that all the items he had listed were offered for trading. All agree. Get supplies, linen *1, metal sheet *30. This time, not only are there enough supplies for the water purifier, but there are also enough supplies for the wooden house, and there are even extra pieces of metal. Xiao Yi switched to the construction page, thought about it, and built the wooden house first. Click to build, all the required materials disappear, and a wooden house appears in the island monument. Please choose the location of the wooden house. Xiao Yi thought about it, put the wooden house in the middle, and included the island tablet in it, so that he could easily check the information at any time. With Xiao Yi's determination, a wooden house appeared in the middle of the island. Since Xiao Yi was standing next to the island monument, the wooden house also wrapped Xiao Yi inside, and the sound of the waves outside instantly became much quieter. Xiao Yi patted the wall of the wooden house, making a thumping sound. Sure enough, it's much stronger than what I built myself. Xiao Yi secretly said. Although it is a wooden house with only 4 square meters, although the sparrow is small and complete, there are all windows and doors, although there is only one. Opening the window, watching the sunset about to fall into the sea, Xiao Yi sighed, it's beautiful, but it's so dangerous. Xiao Yi shook his head and continued to manufacture the water purifier on the construction page of the island tablet, and then placed it in the wooden house. Water purifier, Class A. It can purify seawater into pure water. When the supply of seawater is sufficient, it can produce 80 milliliters of pure water per hour. The capacity of seawater in the machine is 2,500 milliliters, and the capacity of pure water is 2,000 milliliters. Lack of automation, seawater needs to be added manually. According to the purification efficiency of this water purifier, 1920 milliliters of pure water can be produced in one day, and the pure water capacity is only 2,000 milliliters, which means that I have to transfer the pure water in a day, otherwise it may overflow, or the water purifier will not work. Xiao Yi secretly calculated, looks like I need some containers. Don't throw away the mineral water bottle that you drank before. After calculating, Xiao Yi took down the container that contained the seawater, walked to the beach, filled it with seawater, and put it back. The water purifier began to work, and pure water began to appear on the side of the pure water container, falling drop by drop. With this, at least you don't have to worry about drinking water. Xiao Yi secretly said while looking at the accumulation of pure water. After sighing, Xiao Yi walked out and hung all the fish meat that had been distributed before under the eaves of the wooden house, but there was too much shark meat to hang. It's not marinated. If you leave it like this, it will probably go bad after a few days. Xiao Yi frowned at the shark meat. Xiao Yi was a little reluctant to directly trade supplies. Let's taste it first. Xiao Yi took out a piece of shark meat and grilled it on the grill by the door. Because only a small piece was cut with a knife, it was baked quickly. It smelled like meat. Xiao Yi took a bite. Wait. Why is there a smell of urine? Xiao Yi couldn't help but spit it out, and uttered a foul language. I thought it was a baby. It turns out that shark meat is really hard to eat. In this case, Xiao Yi no longer hesitated and began to trade these shark meat on the shelves. Shark meat, *500G transaction, brick, *20, note, can be traded separately, if there are other manufacturing pictures, private chat with pictures. Trading separately means that even if you only have one brick, you can trade 25 grams of shark meat. Xiao Yi didn't put a lot on the shelves at one time, too much is easy to depreciate. Of course there is a reason, wait for a while and the value of the food may go up. Did you see it? Someone in the trading hall is trading supplies with shark meat. What? Did he kill a shark? No, when humans meet sharks in the water, they only get eaten. How could they kill a shark? But how do you explain the shark meat in the trading floor? Maybe he encountered a shark that died suddenly for other reasons. Anyway, I don't believe that everyone can kill a shark when everyone is defenseless. Who said we were unarmed? As long as we have wood and metal pieces, we can make a long gun. Don't talk nonsense if you don't understand. I'm talking nonsense. You jump into the sea with a spear, kill a shark and come back and show me. Why show it to you? I'm just saying there's a possibility of killing a shark. You are misleading everyone to hunt marine life in the sea. You want to kill everyone. I don't want to talk to a gangster like you, it's boring. I really envy the big guy who can hunt and kill sharks. One shark is enough to eat for many days. What's there to envy? Shark meat is hard to eat, okay? It's this time, what do you still care about? Lemon essence upstairs. I've been hungry for 2 days. The boss donates some shark meat to me. I don't think it's bad. Xiao Yi looked at the discussion in the public channel and shook his head helplessly. The information he just released to find Anran was submerged in these discussions. At this time, Su Wan sent a call request again. Xiao Yi, did you put the shark meat in the trading floor? Su Wan asked after connecting. Yes, that thing is too unpalatable, it's better to exchange some supplies. Xiao Yi replied with a smile. Su Wan couldn't help but smile bitterly. Others are still struggling with food, but you're still picking and choosing. It's true that people are more dead than people, and they have to be thrown away. I just have some luck. The luck in Xiao Yi's mouth naturally refers to the sign-in system. Luck is also a kind of strength. Let's not talk about it, I have to recharge my batteries and try to get more supplies tomorrow. Su Wan naturally understood it as something else. Xiao Yi naturally did not explain much, and hung up the call after saying goodbye to Su Wan. Oh, it's not a good thing to eat too much. Xiao Yi rubbed his stomach, a little frowning. Sign in, the man is on an isolated island, and he has just built a luxury villa by himself. Chapter 10, solve internal contradictions and create large tubs. Life is alive, eat, drink and sleep. Now I don't have to worry about eating and drinking. Although I don't have a bed yet, I finally have a wooden house, so I can make do with it. But Lazar has to solve it. If it is solved directly on his own island, the island itself is not large, and the taste can be imagined. If it is directly discharged into the sea, in case some strange sea creatures are attracted, it will be enough to drink a pot by yourself. Others have been hungry for 2 days, but Xiao Yi has eaten normally for 2 days. At present, he has reached his limit and urgently needs to solve internal conflicts. When Xiao Yi was tangled, his private channel lit up again. Excuse me, do you want this manufacturing drawing? Thatched hut, Class D. Seeing this manufacturing drawing, Xiao Yi's eyes lit up. If you're really sleepy, someone will give you a pillow. Xiao Yi secretly said, and then replied on the chat channel, yes. What do you need here? Food and water. 10 kilograms of shark meat, 5 liters of purified water. Xiao Yi saw the message sent by the other party and said coldly, your appetite is too big. You can't say that. At present, this manufacturing drawing should only be mine. With this, I believe that the hygiene situation on the island of the boss will be much better. The other party seemed very confident. Xiao Yi frowned and replied, "The price you asked for is not suitable at all. Since you are not sincere, then forget it. I believe you will come to me again." The opposite said confidently. Xiao Yi immediately blocked the person and said angrily, "I still don't believe it, I still can't figure it out with just one convenient place. Set the fully automatic fishing net to cast without target, and then Xiao Yi is ready to go back to the wooden house to rest. Although the space is bigger, but you can only sleep on the floor, it's still a bit awkward." Xiao Yi muttered, "It seems that I still need to get the manufacturing diagram of the bed." In a daze, Xiao Yi fell asleep. The next day, Xiao Yi woke up naturally and felt the whole body hurt from the floor. He moved for a while, and then ate the last A-grade apple. After the apple was eaten, heat flowed to his limbs again. "Comfortable," Xiao Yi said, and then his brows furrowed again. "Is it really necessary to resolve internal conflicts in the open air? By the way, sign in." Xiao Yi thought of the system, hoping that the system could help him solve the current problem. Sign in successfully and get a fully automatic flush toilet. Fully automatic toilet, SS-level furniture. You only need to solve your own internal contradictions, and leave the rest to it. Every time it is automatically flushed, it is automatically cleaned, sterilized and deodorized. System, I love you. Xiao Yi shouted happily, and then prepared to place the automatic flush toilet next to the wooden house. After thinking about it, Xiao Yi built a small shed based on a sturdy wooden house, at least to ensure that it will not run out when it is convenient for him. This manual construction directly used up all the metal pieces in Xiao Yi's hands, but there were still a few pieces of wood left. After the construction was completed, Xiao Yi immediately placed the fully automatic flush toilet that he signed in the small shed. After it was installed, a brand new and clean toilet appeared in front of Xiao Yi. Xiao Yi couldn't wait any longer, and immediately began to resolve internal conflicts. When Xiao Yi came out of the small shed again, he was still muttering, "The system produced it, it really is a fine product, even the bark will not get stuck and can be washed away." After coming out, 3 ordinary sea fish were found in the fully automatic fishing net. After harvesting the 3 sea fish, adjust the target to the material box and let the automatic fishing net work by itself. Xiao Yi returned to the wooden house and looked at the trading hall on the island tablet. One night, there were actually 6 people who proposed a deal, a total of 10 bricks. Xiao Yi immediately clicked to agree to the transaction. Get supplies, bricks *10. In addition to the 5 pieces that Su Wan gave him before, there is still 5 pieces left to meet the requirements of the fireplace for bricks, but the fireplace still needs metal pieces. After thinking about it, Xiao Yi put 500 g of shark meat on the shelves again. Shark meat, *500 g transaction, metal sheet, *25, remarks, can be traded separately. If you have other manufacturing pictures, private chat with pictures. See. Shark meat is on the shelves again. It won't be the big guy from before, right? I feel very possible. Yes, if it is really a shark, there must be more than a little shark meat. Everyone else is eating meat, I haven't found anything to eat, I'm starving to death. I need water, and if there is no more water, I will drink sea water. The public channel once again had a heated discussion over shark meat. This time, Xiao Yi did not immediately release the news of looking for Anran, but waited for everyone to discuss it and then released it, at least to keep it for a while. After releasing the information, Xiao Yi looked at the soil and apple seeds in stock, and secretly said, it should be planted. If A-grade soil is thrown on the island, the fertility will continue to flow away, and the soil's grade will drop rapidly, so Xiao Yi must find a container that can be used for planting. The drawing of the wooden tub that was opened from the material box before came into Xiao Yi's eyes. Tub manufacturing drawing, wooden board *4, metal sheet *6. There are still enough wooden boards, but there is still a shortage of metal pieces. There is no way but to hope for the material boxes and transactions that will be caught next. Drop drop. The fully automatic fishing net sounded the sound of catching the target. Xiao Yi walked over and opened the material box. Get supplies, cornerstone *2, plastic *4, metal sheet *2, bread *100 g. It's a good start, the first material box will have food. Xiao Yi said happily, and then used the cornerstone to expand his island. Anyway, there is no other use to keep it. The area of the island has been expanded to 15 square meters, which is much larger than the original 4 square meters. If there are enough cornerstones, can I spell out Xia Kingdom's territory completely? Xiao Yi thought about it, and then shook his head again. The Xia Kingdom has an area of 9.6 million square kilometers. Converted to square meters, it is 9600000000000. Xiao Yi does not want to count the number of zeros. It is an astronomical number anyway. Let's go slow and down to earth. Xiao Yi said, taking apart the empty material box and obtaining 6 wooden boards. He glanced at the trading floor and found that 4 people had already proposed a deal with metal sheets, and Xiao Yi immediately agreed. Get supplies, metal sheet *4. The materials are complete, and a wooden tub can be made. Xiao Yi switches to the manufacturing page, clicks on manufacture, the materials disappear, and a large wooden tub appears. Xiao Yi took out the wooden basin from the island tablet and said in surprise, "So big?" Wooden basin, the most common large wooden basin, you can use it to hold water, wash vegetables, and even take a bath. Of course, you can also use it as a large flower pot. Xiao Yi felt that he could lie down and take a bath, but now the amount of pure water is not enough to take a bath, so it is more reliable to use it to grow apple trees. Xiao Yi also broke the core of the apple he just ate, but he didn't get the apple seeds, which means that whether you can get the apple seeds depends on your face.